Okay, so funny story, I've actually already recorded this video, but I forgot to include the audio, so I have to do it again. Just thought you might get a kick out of that. Okay, so I was asked in class to do a quick video on the equation of the line in coordinate geometry. And this question was on the 2019 Junior Cert Higher Level exam paper. Now, there were a few questions beforehand, but because we're just focusing on equation of the line for the moment, we're only interested in parts F and the next part G. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I presume there was a spiel just beforehand about how home, school and shop, they were all relevant. But for the moment, we have our x-axis and our y-axis, and we have a line going along here. Probably something along like someone walking from the shop to the school and things like that. So my first instinct now when I see 2 points in the line should be straight away to label them. So hang on, we get this nice color here. So this label is -3 and 1. So -3 on the x-axis, 1 on the y, and over here we have 4 on the x-axis, 5 on the y. So I also know that I'll probably be using formulas. So x1, y1, x2, y2. A good habit to get into, labeling your points like that so that you can't go astray. So let's have a look at the question. And the question says, work out the slope of the line L, give your answer as a fraction. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I go to my log tables and I find the slope formula, and it usually is written as m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so let's fill that in. My y2 value is 5 here, up here. All right, so that's what I'm going to write in for that, minus y1, which is going to be this value here. Okay, so I put him in 1. So 5 minus 1 is on top. At the bottom, I go to my x2 value, which is 4. So I write him in. Minus, now, just quick note here. This is already a negative number here, and it's going in where it's already negative. All right, so it gets its own little brackets. So -3 goes in there. Okay, so just use the highlighters to highlight where all those were. So 4 was there, -3, -3, 1, 1, and the last one was yellow, 5 and 5. Okay, so that's where I got those from. So 5 minus 1, that's equal to 4, and 4 minus -3, that's the same as 4 plus 3, which is equal to 7. And there's my answer. All right, so this is the slope, and it's in the form of a fraction. All right, and the slope is a really important part if you're asked to find the equation of the line. All right, and while they've put equation in bold, I'd be kind of more inclined to highlight the find the equation part, because if I have to find the equation, I have to go find the equation in the log tables. All right, and if you go to the log tables, you'll see that the equation of the line is written as y minus y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. All right, so we got m from the last question. We found out that m was equal to 4 over 7, and you can choose any point you like. So strictly speaking, just use the laser pointer here, you could pick any point along here, but I'm going to pick either the shop point or the school point because they're nice whole numbers. All right, and this guy's already labeled x1, y1, so why not? We'll go with that, -3, 1. Okay, so the point I'm going to use is -3 and 1. All right, so again, make sure I label my points, so x1, y1. All right, and let's sub it in. Y minus y1, which is 1, is equal to m, which is 4 over 7, bracket x minus x1, which is -3. So again, it's a negative going in where it's already negative, so it has to get its own brackets. All right, so just a quick use of the highlighters to show where all those came from. So 4 over 7, that's my m value. All right, these guys here. My x1 is -3, -3, and there's x1 there. And y1, sorry, I shouldn't have included the minus part. That comes from the formula. There's the 1 and there's the y1. Okay, so that's where all those guys are coming from and why they're getting put in those specific places. So a handy thing about when you're given a fraction is you can take the numerator, right, numerator, and you can multiply him by the brackets on the right. And the denominator can be multiplied by everything on the left. Now, I could spend a couple of minutes going through why that works. It's basically algebra. Sorry, it's not basically algebra. It is algebra, all right? But this is a handy visual way of looking at it. So all you got to do is multiply everything on the left by 7. So 7 multiplied by y is 7y. 7 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 7. 4 multiplied by x is 4x. And 4 multiplied by minus 3, which is plus 3, gives me plus 12. Okay? Now, if you get to this stage, you've essentially done 99% of the work. But you might have noticed this awful looking thing here. Okay? And all that means is they want you to write what you have here in this format here. Oops. In this format here. Okay? So if you look, there's kind of a general rule of thumb with this, guys. The x should always be positive. All right? It doesn't matter if the y is negative or the c is negative. The x is always positive. And if you have a look, my x is already positive. All right? So I'm happy with him on that side of the equals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with this side. I'm going to get rid of everything on that side. So I'm going to subtract 7y and I'm going to add 7 to both sides. All right? And what happens is I get 4x plus 12 minus 7y plus 7 is equal to 0. All right, so I'm just going to tidy this up. So my ax is going to be my 4x here. So I keep him the same, 4x. My by is going to be this minus 7y. All right, and then my c is going to be whatever 12 plus 7 is, which is 19. All right, and there it is in the format that they were looking for. Okay, so in this case, 4 would be a, b is equal to minus 7, and c is equal to 19. And that's the form that the question was looking for. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know in class or with a comment on the YouTube channel how you found that video. If there's anything you want me to clarify, or if there's any other videos you'd like me to do, please let me know. All right, see you in class.